Alright, video today we're gonna take a look at some battles with the primal versions of Kyogre and Groudon in the Master League here. And today we're going to take a look at the side of Kevin Saldaros, who actually went to the event in Las Vegas, got those Pokemon, and he's battling me. Today we're going to take a look on how broken those Pokemon are, but also follow Kevin on Twitter. He's one of the nicest guys in the community. He's basically been around since the beginning. But yeah, we're going to take a look at this today. Also notice here, I'm going to have Mega Pokemon that are very good against the Primal version here that they are running for both times, like basically both sets. We have 5 battles with the Kyogre here and then 5 battles with the Groudon. And they were kinda insane, not gonna lie, because those Pokemon are so broken. That's why I went for like Pokemon that are very good against it. For example, here my Mega Latios, which still gets two-shotted by Surf from Kyogre, which is not something that's supposed to happen. Yeah, I missed CMP type by the way by like 1 turn. I thought I would be able to get to my move like 1 turn before they went to their move, but like it was a CMP tie at the end, which you're of course going to lose. Precipice Blades here as well on the Groudon, which they're going to let the move go through here. Very smart decision because they're still going to have the Dialga in the back, which can farm me down there. I thought I still get to the move. I died on the move here, which was really annoying because I would have been able to win this here if I got to the Surf, but I literally died on the charge move. In this battle, a lot of things just didn't rent my way. 1 turn too late for the CMP tie, like before the CMP tie there for the matchup against the Primal Kyogre, and then like 1 turn too late for the Surf there, which was kind of annoying, but happens. We see here the matchup against our Zekrom here. Fully XL, actually, it seems like that Dragonite might win this matchup in the 1 shield scenario, which is wild, unless I get the debuff with Crunch, which I don't get. So I have to let this move go through. I don't think I would be able to realign here, but it's fine because we're going to have some cool Pokemon in the bag, like our Mewtwo, and most likely still we're going to have our other Pokemon in the back there. It's called the Latios. We're going to be able to go for 1 Side Strike here, doing not even half to the Primal Kyogre. These Pokemon, like Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon, I hope that they are banned for the upcoming Mega Master League. I don't know about this yet. I don't know what's actually going to be, because there's technically not Megas, they're Primals, so I hope that they are banned because they are way too broken. But then again, for the future, we're going to have also the Mega Mewtwo in X and Y version, which is even more broken than those 2 Pokemon here. And also something like Mega Rayquaza, so it's going to be an interesting one. They're even like a mythical with Diancie, I think, which going to have the Mega version as well, so it's going to be an interesting one, but in general, those Megas with the Mega Evolution, the Legendaries with the Mega Evolution, they are way too strong. As you can see here as well, Groudon going to knock me out there. Like, I didn't have a great time. Here we have a very good lead for us. Looks amazing, right? We're going to stay in here because I didn't really have an answer for Lugia in the back. I kind of needed to get them lower, so I would get them into range. Where my Mewtwo, which I actually going to be able to catch the move here just before as well, which is going to be nice. Going to be able to hit them hard with the Shadow Ball. Like, they're around half of their health. That should be enough, hopefully, to knock them out with the Shadow Ball. We're running, of course, the Shadow Ball version of Mewtwo, as this is a very good legacy moveset here. They're going to shield this move up. Smart decision there, as they still get to another charge move. You have to shield the next move up as well again. And if shields are down, the Primal Kyogre are going to go to town, as we will be able to go ahead and go for another Shadow Ball. They're going to let this move go through. I most likely would have outsped them again anyway, as they have their own Mewtwo in the back. So they're going to go to the Primal because Mewtwo wouldn't have been able to farm me down. Sidestroke coming through, we know already it does only around 40%, like even against a Dialga where Sidestroke is resisted, it does around the same damage. Those Pokemon are not only insanely strong on the attack, those are also insanely strong on the defense. It's literally a cheat code. If those are available for the upcoming Mega Master League, it's literally a cheat code. We'll see here Dragon Claw coming through. I was hoping that I was not in range where Side Strike would knock me out. I tried to catch the move here anyway, didn't work out. We have Fire Fang version of the Reshiram in the back. Dragon Breath most likely would have been better here, but it doesn't really matter too much either. They're gonna go for the Side Strike, and now it depends. Can we survive 1 Side Strike here? It's resisted at least, and we're also a Mega. Like, not even close. I think it did, like, still would have done like 30%, so it's going to be a good game again. I'm just going to get wrecked here the entire time. Next opponent, next game here, we're going to see the Mewtwo in the lead against our Zacian. Zacian has a pretty neutral matchup here. We have Snarl, which is definitely better against the Mewtwo, as we will be able to now go for 1 charge move as well. They're going to go straight for their charge move, which is fine for me, as I can go ahead and retaliate here with one play rough. They're going to let this move go through as well. It's usually a good matchup for the Mewtwo though, like you usually don't win this matchup as the Zacian. I'm going to swap out here, going to be able to catch the move on the Dialga as they're going to bring in their own Dialga, which is a little bit awkward because they have theirs best buddied and I don't have mine best buddied because I don't even have the best buddy ribbon for this Pokemon. I still have a 100% Dialga laying around. Next time we're going to get Dialga in raids, I'm just going to go ahead and power this one up as well. And this one is already best buddy, basically the one that I have for level 40. But yeah, we're going to be able to knock out the opponent's Dialga, but now they have a Primal Kyogre with 2 shields. We have our Rayquaza. It's supposed to basically handle those Groudons and the Kyogres pretty well, at least in the main series games. But here we're going to see now, they are going to be able to catch the move on the Mewtwo, which is a smart move, like very nicely done there, but I had to throw, I wasn't really able to hold him on like way longer there. I had to try to get the final shield, and we see the Thunder just going to knock us out straight away. Rayquaza seems to be a very good Pokemon against those two Pokemon, like against Groudon as well as Kyogre, but we're going to see later on as well, it's going to be not as nice all the time. Mewtwo against Metagross, that's going to be an interesting one. We will have, of course, the move Shadow Ball, what my opponent also going to know here. But I will be able to reach this move a little bit faster than they reach their charge moves, which is nice here. Shadow Ball gonna get shielded. I will be able to see P-tie here. They might want to let this move go through. I think they still survive one here as well. Yeah, exactly, they do. And I could actually shield and farm them all the way down. Let's see, do I do that? I do that, which allows me to get 2 extra fast moves in. They're gonna go into their Kyogre. I will be able to go for another charge move here. Side Strike doing around 40% health, of course. And yeah, actually it's a little bit more, I think it's a little bit more, it's kind of like 50 or whatever. We see the Mega Latios here, and they're going to have the Mewtwo as well. I try to catch the move on my Zacian, but this is not looking too good here. We will be able to take 1 Side Strike, but not 2, and they're gonna go straight for the second one as well. They have now 1 advantage here. Can we farm down? We kind of have to farm down the Mewtwo, I feel like. I don't know if there's... Are we actually gonna go for the Dragon Claw? Let's see. There is a shield, they're going to shield here, of course, that was their only play. They're gonna go for the Side Strike though. That's wild. I guess they just want to try to get me low enough that they can actually knock me out with their Kyogre. Do we actually still going to be able to win this game? Let's see. They are not able to go for the Thunder, and we go for the Luster Purge to knock them out. Finally, I won a game here. As we go ahead and go into the Groudon matches now. We have the Primal Groudon here with a good lead for me. I have Mega Swampert. Of course, as said before, I try to completely hardwall them because they are so busted, and I kind of want to showcase how this doesn't matter. And especially for the Groudon, you're going to see how it literally doesn't matter what you throw against this Pokemon. It just destroys everything that's in its way. Honestly, it's going to be insane. We will see here the Dialga going to struggle against my Mega Swampert as well. They're still going to be able to reach the next charge move in time. I kind of want to keep my Swampert around. I kind of want to overfarm here as well, as they're going to go ahead and catch the Earthquake on the Groudon. I guess it's a decent play, but they also would have been able to catch it, I guess, on the Dragonite. As we can go ahead and go into our own Rayquaza here. They go for the Precipice Blades. Does around 50%. This is a double resisted move on a full health legendary Pokemon, fully maxed out, and it does 50%. It's double resisted. Like, honestly, I've never seen anything like that. This is completely wild here, as they can farm us down with the Dragonite here. I will be able to go for 1 charge move, which is going to be the Side Strike, as this will do some nice damage against the Dragonite, but they will be able to go for 2 Dragon Claws now. Let's see if it's going to knock me out. It will be able to knock me out here, sadly. And so it's going to be an interesting one, but we still have our Swampert in the back with a 1 charge move stored, and we're actually going to be able to win as well against the Groudon here, but only because I kind of hardwalled my opponent, not gonna lie. Next time, we're going to see here Dragonite against the Rayquaza. By the way, if you see it here as well, it looks so cool. My Rayquaza is an XXL version. Like, the Rayquaza that I built is XXL, so like way bigger than a usual Rayquaza, which looks so much cooler, which I only really see now from the opponent's perspective now. It's actually so big. It's like such a small thing, but I really enjoy that about the feature. I really like that to see that, but yeah. Here we will see the Metagross going to go ahead and go for an Earthquake, and we can go and retaliate there. Most likely coming in now the Dragonite again, which has to take some charge moves though. Like, it has to take some Hydro Cannons here. They're going to shield up the first one. We can go for another one before they even throw their charge move, which is amazing, as this is going to be able to go no shielded, and we can go back into our Rayquaza now. I knew, of course, that they're going to have the Primal Groudon in the back. That's why I wanted my Rayquaza here. This is like a thing I knew always which Primal they had. They didn't know which Mega I had, but after the first bell, they always hear it anyway. So, like, it's not really the biggest secret. They can go for one Precipice Blades against me. And look at this, our Rayquaza goes down. This does not make sense. I mean, they were even debuffed. My Pokemon was still pretty healthy, and they still go down to a double resistant move. If you do, like, this it's just insane. I'm lost for words. Even here, the Fire Punch going to do a ton of damage against my Pokemon. It is just a wild. They're going to be able to catch the move here. I don't think it does really matter, though. They're going to be able to catch the Hydro Cannon. I can go for another one here. And now it actually depends if my Mewtwo can outspeed the Groudon. And I feel like maybe it can. It just barely can. Like, literally, it was so close to the Precipice Blades and it would have easily knocked out our Mewtwo. There is no way about this. Like, this Pokemon is just insane. Next one, we're going to see Zacian here in the lead. Again, by the way, like, if you didn't figure it out so far, like, we are always using some different teams here just to keep it up a little bit different there. It's not always like well-built teams from my side or from his side either. It's just like putting some random stuff together so we can see how it plays out. And Zacian here going to be definitely an interesting matchup. It's okay-ish. We will be able to go ahead and take this next move. And I try to maybe actually, let's see, do they shield this move up? They do not shield this move up. I'm going to be able to realign now, which is nice. Kyogre and Groudon in the back, both kind of weak to potentially my Rayquaza if I brought it again. Yeah, I actually brought it again, and we see the Swampert coming in now. Super good matchup for me right now, right? I have the Swampert aligned against the opponent's Primal Groudon. I have the Rayquaza aligned later than against the Kyogre. This should be a really easy win here for us, right? Let's see. We can go ahead, go for the Hydro Cannon here. They're gonna go for the Precipice Blades now. And we can say goodbye to our Mega Swampert, which is supposed to be a very bulky Pokemon because this is just going to one-shot them. They didn't catch the move here, but I thought they were already closer to a serve. I could have played it out better here. If I just went a little bit more energy, I would have been able to gain more energy and would have been getting to a charge move faster, I think. But I didn't expect that I would get two shots by a Precipice Blade, and yeah. It seems like that the Primal Groudon with only resisted moves, they are going to be able to easily destroy our Rayquaza, which is not how it's supposed to happen. Like, what is going on here? We have a very decent lead with the Primal Groudon now against our own Mega Swampert. We will be able to win this one in every scenario. I think even if they bait us here, we should be fine, because Fire Punch has the same energy management as our Hydro Cannon. We see here now the opponent going into the Lugia, which actually can take the Hydro Cannon pretty easily. I should have farmed a little bit extra here, I guess. But I will be able to go for one Shadow Ball now, which actually still doesn't knock out the opponent. Lugia is also like such a cheat code. I wish that this Pokemon comes back into raids, because I also have a 100% version of it, because I purified my Shadow version of it. And that went straight to the 100% with that. And we will see here the Side Strike going to knock them out, but we're still not really in a good spot. We can go for one charge move here. This does only around 40%. Like, the Groudon and the Kyogre have the same stats, so like it doesn't really matter. Like, all neutral moves basically do the same damage for both of them. We see now our Dragonite, the Dragonite now from the opponent against our Rayquaza. We can debuff their attack here, hopefully, and they're going to shield this move up as well as we go ahead and get some damage on them. They're gonna go for the Dragon Claw. This will knock us out, but we still have our, our Mega Swampert here in the back, which will take one Dragon Claw here. This will not knock them out, and also we can overfarm to 2 charge moves now. We will be able to knock out the Dragonite, and we're also going to be able to knock out the Groudon. Nope, they have the Precipice Blade stored, and this will easily one-shot us no matter from which health. It's just so wild. Like, if you didn't see my video earlier on about the normal Groudon in the Open Master League, which is already available, of course, this Pokemon is just insane, even if you don't have the Primal version. Precipice Blades makes Groudon such a strong Pokemon, definitely the best Pokemon out there, but also I just like the design of this Pokemon in the current form there, in the Primal form. Honestly, it's such a sick Pokemon to look at. It looks so much better than the Kyogre. Don't hate me about this if you're like a Kyogre fanboy, which a lot of people are. Actually, I feel like more people like Kyogre than Groudon, but maybe in the Primal form it's a little bit different because Primal form from Groudon looks just so insane. Especially if you have this shiny form where it's just all black, it's just insane. We will see here the Zacian going to be able to go up against the opponent's Lugia. I thought I would be able to go ahead and just knock them out with one close combat, but now even, I know it's double resisted, but even like this, there's no way for me to do anything here. We see the Latios coming in where we have to retaliate with our Rayquaza. And it does not look too good for us here right now. Dragonclaw comes through, we're going to get our shield. We're gonna go into our into our Swampert, and yeah, what do you expect there? Of course, we're gonna get knocked out directly from Precious Blades. Groudon so much better than the Kyogre. It's just wild. As we're going to be able to go ahead and go for more debuffing moves, but still, it doesn't really matter. We're going to nearly get knocked out here at least. Maybe we can still knock out the Groudon. Let's see. Does it even knock them out? I don't think it does. Let's see. It's going to be the Breaking Swipe. It does knock out. We're going to go down here as well. This is going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you in the next one. Thanks again to Kevin Saradaris for doing those battles with me, and I see you then later. Bye.